Good evening. Good evening and welcome to the Jamestown High School 2016 graduation exercises. Before we begin this evening, some of you are aware that we had a little bit of technical difficulties this morning with the power. Just an FYI, we're planning for no interruptions this evening, but if something does happen, we'll move straight to the name calling. So just to give you a heads up. Please remain standing now for the next few minutes as the Jamestown Choir leads us in the singing of the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thank you. Please remain standing and join the rest of our choir and the Jamestown Band led by the directors Laurel Christensen and Mr. Steve Turner in the singing of the Jamestown Alma Mater. The lyrics are located in your graduation program. You may be seated. Thank you, Ms. Christensen and Mr. Turner, as well as our choir and band members. Additionally, thank you to Mr. Turner and the band for the performance of Pomp and Circumstance during our processional. Good afternoon and welcome to our families, friends, and colleagues, graduating seniors, distinguished members of the Williamsburg-James City County School Board, distinguished members of the James City County Board of Supervisors and Williamsburg City Council, Dr. Constantino, members of the Superintendent's Leadership Team, Jamestown faculty, staff, and other invited guests. We are excited you are here in this great venue to honor our seniors on this occasion. My name is Kathy Worley, and I'm proud to be the principal here at Jamestown. And on behalf of our dedicated faculty and staff, I welcome you to this wonderful celebration for the class of 2016. Congratulations to you, seniors. The faculty and staff of Jamestown High School are very proud of you. You have worked hard and achieved great things during your high school tenure. This class has earned over $9 million in college scholarships, awards, and grant offers. We have 3 WJCC Honors Program graduates, 10 National Merit Commended students, and 1 National Merit Achievement finalist. Additionally, our seniors have many opportunities ahead, including work, military, and technical schools, as well as continued studies at 2-year and 4-year colleges and universities throughout the United States. Parents and families, thank you so much for your partnership. Without you, we would not have this phenomenal group of students. Your support has enabled our school community to thrive and facilitate a school culture that promotes excellence. Congratulations to you for being a positive influence in your child's life and getting him or her to this special day. At this time, I would like to introduce the platform guests. I will ask each guest to stand when recognized and remain standing until all guests are introduced. Dr. Stephen Constantino, WJCC Superintendent of Schools. Mr. Jim Kelly, WJCC School Board Chair, Jamestown District. Mrs. Kyra Cook, WJCC School Board Vice Chair, City of Williamsburg. Mrs. Holly Taylor, WJCC School Board Member, Stonehouse. Ms. Julie Hummel, WJCC School Board Member, City of Williamsburg. Ms. Sandra Young, WJCC School Board Member, Berkeley District. Mrs. Mary Miner, WJCC School Board Member, Powhatan District. Dr. Olwen Herron, WJCC Deputy Superintendent. Mrs. Christina Berta, Chief Financial Officer. Mr. John McGlennon, James City County Board of Supervisors, Vice Chair Roberts District. Ms. Ruth Larson, Board of Supervisors Member, Berkeley District. Mr. Douglas Pond, City Council Member. Our School Counseling Department, Mr. Gary Barreau, Lead Counselor. Ms. Adrienne Gonzalo, Ms. Jennifer Smethurst, Ms. Jessica Switzer. Crystal Haskins, Assistant Principal, and Jeff Bond, Assistant Principal. Thank you. Finally, I am honored to recognize one amazing group of compassionate educators, the Jamestown faculty and staff. Please stand to be recognized. Without your commitment, compassion, and dedication to our students and community, Jamestown would not be the exceptional house of learning that it is today. Thank you so much for your tireless energy, extended effort, personal sacrifice, and commitment to our school. The class of 2016 has reached this milestone in their lives because of you. You are deeply appreciated by everyone in our school community. Now I have the honor of recognizing a few retirees. We have 3 staff members retiring this year. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Mr. Robert Howe. Social Studies. Mr. Howe arrived at Jamestown in the spring of 2004 as a long-term substitute after retiring from a previous career. He remained on staff as a full-time teacher the following year. He is an outstanding teacher who is well-respected and loved equally among the staff and students. In the words of his colleagues, Bob has been my mentor, my voice of reason, my step back to see other perspectives, my calming influence, and my encourager. He is always able to lighten the mood, remind me to see the humor and enjoy, and to keep the focus on the kids. Bob's biggest strength is his dedication to his students. He never wavers from his focus on doing what is best for students. He truly cares about them and their growth as people and citizens and their future success. Every day he teaches more than just curriculum or what is in the book. He connects that information to the real world and helps to prepare students to be active, involved, and aware adults who will be successful. Mr. Howe, we will miss you, your friendly face at all the school events, and your genuine spirit. Best wishes to you for a wonderful retirement. Mary Beth Merrill is an instructional assistant. Ms. Merrill has served WJCC schools for over 20 years, serving time in our transportation department with the final years at Jamestown High School. She works faithfully with our teachers to support the instructional needs of our students. She is commended for her commitment to our students. We hear she has a few travel plans in place for her retirement. Ms. Merrill, we wish you the very best in your retirement. And last but not least, Ms. Susan Miller. Ms. Susan Miller is one dynamic lady. Over my 4 years at Jamestown, I have personally watched as students come back to see Ms. Miller, as she was such an influential impact on their success as a student and as an adult. She is known throughout the community for her service and generosity. She always looks for the best in her students. Ms. Miller is retiring after 46 years of teaching. Yes, you heard me correctly, 46 years of educating people. She spent 35 years of her career in Williamsburg and is a member of the first staff at Jamestown High School. We will miss her kindness, giving heart, her wit, her knowledge of educating teenagers, and her no-nonsense approach to making things happen. Ms. Miller, you are commended for your dedication in the many years spent supporting our students. We wish you the very best. We now come to special recognitions. It is customary each year to recognize the two students who have earned the highest cumulative grade point averages during their high school years. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you George Stathopoulos, the salutatorian for the class of 2016. He is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Stathopoulos. George, we wish you well as you attend California Institute of Technology, otherwise known as Caltech. Congratulations. And now our valedictorian of the graduating class of 2016 is Vivian Carvajal. She is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Carvajal. Vivian, we extend our good wishes to you as you attend the University of Maryland in the fall. George, yeah, that's good. George and Vivian, we commend you, your academic pursuit, your many accomplishments, your leadership, your example, and your commitment to the highest standard of learning and academic integrity. Bravo for a job well done to both of you. Next, we have the privilege of recognizing our honors seal diplomas. We have 3 students whose notable academic achievements are reflected in the coveted honors seal on their diplomas. To achieve honors, these students completed a diversity of advanced placement courses, including their examinations, as well as an in-depth foreign language study, significant community service, and independent honors projects as well. Our first honors graduate is Tim Felbinger. His honors project is entitled Williamsburg's First Boy Scout Troop, the story of Troop 103, historic Williamsburg, Virginia. This full-length documentary film covers one of the oldest Boy Scout troops in Virginia from its founding in 1924 to the present day. Our second honors graduate is Marion Meg Graham. Her honors project is entitled Every Helping Hand, Social Skills Development for Students with Intellectual Disabilities Inside and Outside of the Classroom, Interactions and Activities, including qualitative field research and an extensive published research base. This study focuses on community involvement of students with intellectual disabilities from elementary, middle, and high school within Williamsburg-James City County schools. Our final honors graduate is Alexandra Kemper. Her honors project is entitled Researching the Effectiveness of the Human Vaccine. This project is a literature review of the HPV vaccine and the vaccine's effectiveness, including multiple arguments in support of or opposition against the vaccine and an analysis of its long-term effects. Let's give all 3 of these students another hand. Proud of you guys. Each year, a committee of faculty members reviews applications from our senior class to select speakers during commencement. Please welcome our first student speaker, Vivian Carvajal. She will address the senior class and community this afternoon with her speech, Quantifiable.
I'm thinking of a number. It's somewhere from 1 to 5. Pick the one that shows just what it means to be alive. But if you tell me there's no meaning in their varied loops and lines, why is it with these digits that we've learned to be defined? For when it's almost over and you pause to tell your tale, will you pull out all your memories and place them on a scale? You see, the problem with these digits, on which we've all come to depend, is it's the things that can't be quantified which count most in the end. This poem by Aaron Hansen is entitled Numbers. As part of our human nature, we define ourselves with sets of numbers. Some people obsess over their grades and GPA, others count likes and retweets and followers, still others worry about their weight or how many calories they consume. We focus on these numbers, allowing them to run our lives. In America, our society tells us what numbers are acceptable. You have to have a certain income to be successful. You have to have a certain BMI to be healthy. You have to have a certain SAT score to get into college. You have to have a certain time to qualify for athletic competitions. You have to have a certain amount of likes on Instagram before the names turn into a number. We forget that numbers are relative. They change from person to person. To an astronomer, 5 trillion miles is an insignificant difference. But to a football player, the entire game could depend on a few yards to the end zone. We tailor our lives to attain certain values for ourselves, ignoring the fact that numbers mean different things to different people. As young Americans, we allow ourselves to be heavily influenced by numbers. But as many people in this room today would tell us, we cannot define the most valuable parts of our life with mere digits. Our memories and experiences and time spent with friends and family are worth infinitely more than numbers. When we reminisce in the future about our time here at Jamestown High School, we will talk about our favorite memories, not a grade on a test. I personally have always defined myself with my grades and GPA. I was willing to go to great extremes to preserve my averages. I missed out on baseball games with my family so that I could study for math tests that I was already prepared for. This year, when I needed a fine arts credit, I wanted to take AP Music Theory so that I could get that weighted credit. But it didn't fit in my schedule, so I decided to settle for choir. And in the end, this turned out to be one of the best decisions of my life. Instead of struggling through a class that I wouldn't have understood at all, I was able to end each day at school relaxed and surrounded by a group of friends who immediately welcomed me. So even if choir did cause a quantifiable difference in my GPA, I really didn't care. I will always remember the fun times and the unquantifiable and unexpected impact this community had on my time in high school. As an aspiring astrophysicist, a job that revolves around the quantifiable, I realize the irony in me telling you to ignore the numbers in your life. But as we all look to the future, as different as each of ours may be, we share a common factor. We all face an unquantifiable assortment of opportunities. Some of us are going to colleges and trade schools, others are going straight into the workforce, but together we are all exploring and enjoying the world around us. And so, Jamestown High School class of 2016, look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now, and remember to take the time to appreciate everything in your life that is not quantifiable.
Thank you, Vivian. Our second senior speaker is Houston Hurd. He will address the senior class and community this afternoon with his speech, Where We've Been, Where We Are, and Where We'll Be.
One second, sorry. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. You go talk to your friends, talk to my friends, talk to me. But we are never, ever, ever getting back together. Thank you, thank you. Now, how is that relevant, you might ask? Well, that song was #1 on the Billboard Top 100 on September 4th, 2012, our first day of high school. I remember walking into Jamestown on the day of freshman orientation and being taken aback by the enthusiasm and near insanity portrayed by the upperclassmen welcoming us into this new chapter of our education. In middle school, you were best off if you just followed trends and kept to yourself. It was never cool to put yourself out there or explore who you might be outside of societal expectations. And many of us carried this mindset into our freshman year. I, for one, remember being too cool to partake in the unity dance that we all did at the end of orientation. For example, the speed skater and the fork in the garbage disposal were not my dance moves of choice. And after that day and those silly dance moves, I was sure that I would never, ever catch myself leading that circus called freshman orientation. Coming into orientation, I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do. I figured I would just get to college and figure everything out from there. And that didn't change throughout my first 2 years of high school, as I mindlessly did work and didn't even think about retaining the information. I never even considered how I might need this knowledge in the future. I was truly lost. I entered junior year expecting to just ride the waves all the way into senior year. I was halfway through high school and just ready to move on. Little did I know my junior year would make everything clear. I decided to take music appreciation because, I'm sorry, Ms. Christensen, but I thought it was going to be a really easy class. I figured we would just listen to some Beethoven, talk about it a little bit, just basically giving me a class to work on my work for all the other classes. Prior to taking this class, I'd never been a true student of music. In fact, when I was 8 years old, my piano teacher told my mom to stop wasting her money because every time I went to piano class, I never actually wanted to play the piano. You see, my teacher got this new puppy that was awesome. And then I completely abandoned music until sophomore year when I picked up a guitar because I thought it would help me get girls. But once I found out that I actually had to be able to communicate with them in the first place, I kind of lost interest in that. So I dabbled in music for a while after that, releasing some rap songs that my friends told me were good, but nobody else seemed to share that opinion, which is cool but hurtful at the same time. I was giving up on music because, honestly, I saw no value in it. But in that class, Miss Christensen and her composer puns brought my passion back. So, what I've learned is that if we want to be successful in whatever we pursue, we have to open our minds, and that is what education is all about. For the past 13 years, we have been pushed to look at the world from all different angles. Our eyes have been opened to ideas to which we were previously blind. Our views and beliefs have been challenged. Education has pushed us out of our comfort zone and into a whole new world in which our futures are incredibly bright and prosperous. Now, this brings us back to freshman orientation. However, this is my senior year, not my freshman year. This time, I'm the one making a fool of myself. I'm riding electric scooters and pogo sticks and dancing a High School Musical in the parking lot. And as the kids check in, I get to see their response to their surroundings. Some are shocked, some turn to their friends and whisper. And normally I would feel a little weird if someone responded to me in that manner, but today is different. Because now I see what 4 years at Jamestown does to you. Who knows, maybe these kids will be welcoming the class of 2023 someday. Maybe these kids will discover what they're passionate about in the next 4 years in high school. And maybe they'll take that newfound love and their freshly open minds and do great things for this world. And that is what I hope Jamestown has done for all of us. Thank you, and because it can't be said enough, congratulations, class of 2016.
Thank you, Houston. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the Jamestown Chorus under the direction of Miss Laurel Christensen. Senior choir members, please make your way to the choir at this time. They will be performing Long Time Traveler, arranged by Evan Powers. Miss Christensen shared the following words about her students. The Jamestown High School Choir graduating class of 2016 has been the largest and most accomplished I have had the pleasure of teaching in my time at Jamestown. Of the 30 students who will be graduating this year, 7 were accepted to District Chorus, 2 to All Virginia Chorus, and 2 to Virginia Senior Honors Choir. They led the choir to earn straight superior ratings at the district choral assessments for the second year in a row and were active and involved in many aspects of the fine arts department. They played key roles in this year's production of Footloose, as well as the Jamestown Talent Show and other performances in the wider community. A few of these students plan to continue their music study post-graduation and were accepted at such quality music programs as those at Longwood University, James Madison University, and the Berklee College of Music. Their spirit and talent that this senior class brought to the Jamestown Choral Department will set a new standard for the classes that follow. They will be greatly missed by their director and classmates.
These fleeting charms of earth, farewell, your springs of joy are dry. My soul now seeks another home, a brighter world on high. I'm a long time traveling here below. I'm a long time traveling away from home. I'm a long time traveling here below to lay this body down. Farewell, kind friends whose tender care has long engaged my love. Your fond embrace I now exchange for better friends above. I'm a long time traveling here below. I'm a long time traveling away from home. I'm a long time traveling here below to lay this body down. I'm a long time traveling here below. I'm a long time traveling away from home. I'm a long time traveling here below to lay this body down. To lay this body down.
Thank you, choir students and Ms. Christensen. The senior class officers, now Senior President Jack Harmon, will now come with the class to address the class and present their senior gift. Please welcome President Jack Harmon, Vice President Molly Jacobs, Secretary Sam Tiffany, Treasurer Gina Krugler, and Historian Mara Hyland.
The Jamestown High School class of 2016 is not just a group of students, it is a community of unique and talented individuals that spent 4 years growing, learning, and preparing with each other. From state championships to perfect scores at musical assessments and so many other accomplishments, the students in this class have achieved incredible things, and we know for a fact that they are just getting started. We cannot wait to see what remarkable things they are able to do, knowing full well that the foundation we were given from Jamestown is the basis that will help us with all those future successes. It has been my honor to represent this class, and I look forward to seeing all of your aspirations and future plans come to life. The senior class plans to purchase a bench to place at the entrance of our school as part of the renovations of Jamestown this summer.
Thank you, seniors. Our school will certainly benefit from your generosity. And now the class of 2016 will initiate the transfer of the senior class insignia to the class of 2017. Please welcome to the podium Zachary Pennycuff, the president-elect for the class of 2017.
The seniors in this class have achieved unbelievable things this year, both individually and as a whole. We are defined by our compassion and dedication, and this has led to such accomplishments and admission to some of the best colleges in the nation, offers to play sports at the collegiate level, and job opportunities right out of high school. It has made me proud to serve the graduation class of 2016, and I know you all will do remarkable things in the future. As outgoing president of the class of 2016, I hereby present the class of 2017 with the senior class insignia. This insignia represents high ideals of school leadership and spirit. On behalf of the graduating seniors today, we wish our new seniors happiness and success in your future year at Jamestown.
What's going on? My name is Zach Pennycuff, and as incoming president of the class of 2017, I proudly accept the senior class insignia and the many traditions and responsibilities it represents. On behalf of the class of 2017, we celebrate your legacy and look forward to our own exciting senior year at Jamestown. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack and Zach. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce the Jamestown High School Band under the direction of Mr. Steve Turner. Senior band students, please make your way to the band at this time. This year's graduating band seniors have established themselves as one of the strongest yet to graduate from the band program. Their commitment to excellence has shown itself repeatedly from daily rehearsals to performances throughout their 4 years in band. Some of the seniors' class achievements are: the band has received a total of 8 superior ratings at state-sponsored marching, concert, and jazz assessments. The jazz ensemble, again, and now for almost 20 years, received the highest score at the Peninsula District Jazz Assessment. Of the 22 Jamestown band seniors graduating today, 3 were named to All-District Band. In a final tribute to this year's senior band class, Mr. Turner wanted the seniors to know: the 2016 seniors from Jamestown have much to be proud of. Beyond the achievements already recognized, they have set a standard of hard work and dedication to both the program, but most importantly to each other, that will be difficult, if not impossible, for future senior classes to match. They have truly lived the Jamestown band motto: we seek to set a standard in conduct, discipline, hard work, musical performance, and dedication that all others aspire to. Please enjoy as the band performs Coming Back Around, composed by John Powell and arranged by Sean Lawlin. Thank you very much, Mr. Turner and band students. Seniors, we are almost at that moment. As I stand before you today looking at this remarkable group of young adults, I too was reminded of one special summer day, as Houston referred to earlier, in the August of 2012. I had the honor of celebrating with you as you walked through the doors of Jamestown High School as a new freshman. I watched your faces as you experienced orientation day in the gym with our O crew. Some of you were filled with excitement, some of you were playing it cool, and some of you were just plain scared, while some of you were ready just to rock Jamestown. We shared something in common. We, you, the class of 2016, and me, your principal, were elated about starting the new year at Jamestown. You were brand new ninth graders, and I was the new principal. Wow. Where did this time go? Has it really been 4 years? For certain, June 18th, 2016 wasn't anywhere on our radar as graduation seemed like an eternity away. Yet here we are sitting in this arena honoring you, the class of 2016. And I expect many of you are feeling some of those same emotions you felt as you walked through the doors of Jamestown for the first time. The excitement, the anticipation, and questions are all a part of the road to reaching this milestone, your high school graduation. As I welcomed you to tour your fantastic school, I told you this class will always hold a special bond in my heart. As we started our adventure at Jamestown together, you are one extraordinary class, and we are all honored to be a part of this ceremony today. And as we celebrate all that you have accomplished and anticipate all that you have yet to achieve, it will be a long journey. However, now you are finished with high school. As you reflect on your school years from this first day of walking in your elementary school to this moment today, look back on your successes, your challenging times, because all of those moments, good and bad, have brought you to this special place today. You have created many lifelong memories with your classmates and friends. Along the road, you have learned from teachers and coaches who have inspired and encouraged you. Cherish these memories, as this journey has shaped you into the person you are today. You are now at a new beginning in life with a clean slate. Your high school diploma is your ticket to a bright future full of opportunity and choice. If you were painting a picture, your canvas would now be blank. How do you picture your life? I know this group well, and I am confident your picture will be colorful and full of many paths as you begin your journey beyond high school graduation. August will be here before you know it, and you will not return to the safe and familiar walls of Jamestown. However, you are now young adults prepared and ready to leave our eagle's nest. And as you soar, embrace each opportunity. Always remember to listen, choose your words wisely, and be grateful for your bright future. Finally, Oprah Winfrey once said to a graduating class, and I quote, "So I say to you, forget about the fast lane. If you really want to fly, just harness your power to your passion. Honor your calling. Everybody has one. Trust your heart, and success will come to you." End quote. We, your parents, your teachers, your friends, and families know that you will achieve great things. Henry David Thoreau once said, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined." So I say to you, class of 2016, take courage, believe in yourself, and reach beyond your dreams. You are a remarkable group, and it is time now for you to spread your wings. It has truly been an honor and privilege and a pleasure to learn with you at Jamestown. I wish you peace, true happiness, and great fortune. Congratulations. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce our Honorable Superintendent, Dr. Stephen Constantino, who will share a few words with this wonderful class and our families, and as well as assist with the certification of graduation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, and congratulations to the class of 2016 at Jamestown. It's an honor for me to be here to play a very small role, but I hope an important role in a very special day. I'd also like to thank all of our guests, families, and friends, and for all of you who have come from far and near to support our graduates. Thank you very much. I hope you'll indulge me for just one moment. We have had an exciting day here at William and Mary Hall, as you probably know, with various power issues. And what could have been a disastrous day has ended up a joyful day. And I hope that you will share with me and perhaps show our appreciation to both the WJCC staff members who created a plan and the William and Mary staff members who made sure that these graduations could continue. We very much appreciate their effort. Would you join me in thanking them? I would agree with all of the superlatives that I've heard about the class of 2016, and I would also add your sense of humor. I enjoy following many of you on Twitter. And I very much appreciate the messages that you send me when it's snowing. A couple of things that come to mind. One is if you're going to fake a fall on the ice, don't take a selfie. Have someone else take the picture. To the person who sent me the tweet that said, "Appreciate you, homie," back at you. And I also, we had a very difficult time one day, and I sent out a tweet to everybody and said, "Would you please take a picture of your neighborhood roads and let me know what they look like?" And within 2 minutes, I had hundreds of pictures. So thank you very much for the pictures of all of your neighborhoods. And to those who sent me pictures from Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Maine, I do appreciate those as well. My favorite tweet, and I cannot recall at the moment, and unfortunately I couldn't find it. My favorite tweet was an iceberg with penguins on it. And the message to me from a student was, "I swear this is in front of my house, close school." I will miss your humor. I want to wish you well. I would advise that you take one of the lessons that we've learned from a wonderful book called Everything I Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. And I think the greatest lesson from that book is stick together, because great things happen when we stick together, when groups of people work together, when people work in harmony. Our world will continue to be a better place. Congratulations and thank you, and let us get on to the most important part of the day. Dr. Worley, do you certify completion of the graduation requirements by the Jamestown High School class of 2016?
Superintendent Constantino, I affirm to you that these seniors before us today have met the requirements for graduation in Virginia.
Hang on, here comes the good part. Members of the school board, by the power vested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia, I hereby grant certification of completion of graduation requirements to the students of the class of 2016, and I hereby authorize the issuance of diplomas. Dr. Worley, you may proceed. Congratulations.
Nima Brian Afzalarad. Patricia Elizabeth Aguilar. Syed Zain Hassan. Laurel Catherine Alleman. Genevieve Jessan Allison. Matthew Zacharias Allison. Sean Thompson Allred. Nija Antoinette Amos. Nathan Zachary Sargent Anderson. Lindsay Alma Adkins. Jacob John Avalonit. Caitlin Rose Baginski. Christopher Dennison Bailey. Shannon Delaney Baird. Kelly Madison Barley. Devin Jordan Barnes. Spencer James Barris. Owen Firth Berry. Kanisha Sierra Bartlett. Alexis Marie Bateman. Kellen Craig Bayer. Jashawn Marquise Berkeley. Scott Reeder Burno. Austin James Berry. Allison Sarah Blum. Aisha Lynn Borsos. Michelle Lynn Bowman. Joseph Norwood Boyd. Drew Joseph Broker. Jonathan Levering Brown. Michaela Michelle Marie Bullock. Jennifer Lynn Burton. Shakayla Monet Busky. Carly Ray Calabrese. Kayla Ariel Capehart. Madison Lee Carlton. Olivia Renee Carpenter. Benjamin Robert Carper. Lauren Elizabeth Chartier. Caroline Sawyer Cherry. Madeline Gillians Clevenger. Hannah Lee Clymer. Cameron Grant Coates. Kayla Marie Coughlin. Holly Marie Colafrancesco. Janae Sue Cole. Deshaun Lamont Coleman. Mackenzie Caitlin Coles. Garrick Michael Colorado. Julia Alexandra Cornelius. Taylor Rose Croyle. Delaney Phillips Kudzik. Nicholas Robert Kendall Cyphers. Kayla Ann Dalrymple. Matthew Zachary Daniel. Jared Elijah Danker. David Alexander Dunkuski. Victoria Danielle Dayton. Jack Vittori DeLeon. Christopher Joseph Delfico. Max Holden Dankins. Amani Jashad Dixon. Eric James Dorst. Amber Lee Duffy. Eric Shearer Duffy. Catherine St. John Emerson. Jordan Eve Epstein. Aston Elizabeth Fair. Amia Faith Fatali. Megan Elizabeth Faulkner. Amanda Rose Feltman. Nehemiah Taekwon Fields. Elizabeth Reed Folsom. Devontae Isaiah Foster. Lauren Celeste Francis. Hunter Lee Freeman. William McWhorter Friedrichs. Robin Isai Garcia. Michelle Leanne Gard. Gabriella P. Garcia. Tess Alexandra Gibson. Kelly Elizabeth Gilfillan. Joshua Michael Glim. Julian Conrad Glinka. Gaffney Renee Glick. Rebecca Lynn Golub. Leandra Victoria Graves. Torasia Nyleek Grayson. Emma Ray Grone. Connor Gilmore Grubbs. Noah Benjamin Hall Wolf. Michaela Lynn Hancock. Nicole Alyssa Harney. Journey West Hart. Alicia Jane Hawkins. Logan Christina Haney. Travis Eli Heatwall. Zachary Gabriel Henshaw. Amanda Rachel Herman. Frank Robain Hernandez. Jared Tyler Husier. Josiah Benjamin Hill. James Darnell Hilliard II. Amber Lane Horner. Sean Christopher Hubbard. Desiree Angelique Huber. Parker Rutherford Hula. Connor Patrick Hurley. Catherine Ray Hutcherson. Gaia Annie Henrietta Inker. Monica Helene Iorizzo. Elizabeth Leonora Jackson. Thomas Patrick Jacob. Ashley Michelle Jenkins. Austin Jan Johnson. Christopher Antoine Jones. Jackson Eli Jones. Sarah Ann Jones. Marquise Leon Jones Lewis. Alex Wyatt Jordan. Jordan Ann Kay. Liam Michael Keating. Brianna Sky Kearns. Paul Charles Couragian. Noah Christian Kitson. William Kent Kleiman. Haley Francine Cole. Anna Grace Krugler. Rebecca Aline Cuffrow. Alexis Rain Kanowski. Jonathan James Landon Corsaro. Christian Wilson Lansford. Madeline K. Lariou. Kiana Chantel Lee. Melissa Claire Leo. Harrison Rudolph Lester. Cheyenne Anise Lindsay. Mark Anthony Lipscomb Jr. Evan Joseph Lowry. Tori Nicole Ludy. Nathan Andrew Lynch.
Bradley Allen Mahaffey. Ryan Thomas Maloney. Allison Paige Martin. Brian Caleb Mays. Cameron Donovan Mays. Dahlia Maria McCoy. Ryan Matthew McCreary. Jamie Elizabeth McNew. Belinda Francine McMiller. Harrison Scott Merriman. Harold Lloyd Midcap IV. Valeria Miglio. Jessica Lauren Mingo. Jeremy Craig Mitchell. Claire Catherine Moniz. Ryan Scott Monteith. Christopher James Montero. Isabella Nicole Montez Martinez. Brendan Andrew Moore. Darlie Demi Sue Moore. Danelle Aaron Dieter Moore. Asael Morales. Riley Renee Morris. Daniel Paul Napolitano. Joshua Zachary Nellis. Jennifer Lynn Nelson. Nicholas Keith Neubauer. Paris Tariq Newell. Sydney Leanne Nickel. James Lowry Niles III. Cole Franklin Norwood. Dongan O. Lily Jigwe O'Halloran. Sienna May Ola. Ellie Margaret Olson. Carmen Ella Okendo. Alyssa Grace Pacheco. Catherine Lois Page. Benjamin Bailey Pake. Stephen Nicholas Pantages. Jordan Dante Para. Aaron Joseph Perkins. Ambra Perugini. Olivia Mariah Peterson. Kevin Michael Phelps. Raheem Lucky Kuran Pittman. Alexis Lindsay Potter. Erica Teal Powell. Blakeney Caroline Pratt. Alexander Michael Pritchett. James Daniel Ray III. Justin Dwayne Rasmussen. Anna Christine Reyno. Melissa Ann Redcross. Andrew Robert Reginald. Gabrielle Sierra Rente. Mackenzie Felicity Ann Riley. Trayton David Ripley. Darius Lamar Robertson. Mariah Danielle Robinson. Emily Jane Robitaille. Roger Romero. Brenna Lynn Rowland. Colin James Ruggless. Christian Allen Rusk. Isaiah Samuel Jr. Angelina Catherine Serena. Jesse Andrew Scheib. Miles Henry Schell. Matthew Dylan Schlendorn. Noah Alexander Reese Scruggs. Joseph Zachariah Selway. Jordan Patrick Seymour. Tyler Joseph Seymour. Holly Nicole Shea. Garrison Dean Sherman. Matthew Godwin Shield. Sophianne City Yeckliffe. Megan Juliet Sim. Amanda Grace Simmel. Ryan Patrick Simmons. Shelby Lynn Slaughter. Jillian Catherine Smith. Nathan Garrett Smith. Reginald Carlos Smith. Sydney Lane Snowden. Madison Hall Spence. Riley Mackenzie Spong. Shauna Ann Sylvia Stahoviak. Jordan Grace Stafford. Catherine Lane Stettelbauer. Brandon James Stife. Alexis Haley Sunday. Connor Robert Swain. Aaron Daniel Terrassa. David Christopher Thames II. Casey Richard Thompson. Julia Coldwell Thompson. Sky Alexandria Thompson. Tessia Ruslana Timmer. Alexis Woodcock Tisdale. Rain Elizabeth Troxel. Jessica Lauren Van Geem. Bradley James Vandigriff. Victoria Nicole Van Dyke. Benjamin Stephen Van Tassel. Justin Court Van Voorhees. Paul David Vermillion Jr. Alexandra Elizabeth Vitale. Kyle Patrick Wade. Anna Grace Walter. Samuel Christopher Walter. Olivia Christina Walther. Ashlyn Victoria Walton. Leah Catherine Weisflog. Sean Aiden Welch. Dylan Edward Wigley. Jonah Scott Wilder. Japresha Cortia Williams. Luke Michael Williams. Madeline McKinnon Williams. Margaret Emily Williams. Peter Arthur Williams. Taylor Delaney Williams. Gregory Paul Winchester Jr. Savannah K. Winslow. Madison Rose Winters. Colin James Wright. Lacey Joy Wright. Kathleen Marie Yates. Marion Elizabeth Graham. Alexandra Leonie Kemper. Tim Felbinger. Houston Benton Hurd. Vivian Francis Carvajal. George Andreas Stathopoulos. Mara Leslie Highland. Regina Grace Krugler. Samantha Leanne Tiffany. Molly Gallagher Jacobs. Jack David Harmon.
Parents, families, Dr. Constantino, distinguished guests, and all invited guests, on behalf of the Superintendent of Schools and the faculty and staff at Jamestown, I proudly present to you the graduated class of 2016. Seniors, please move your tassels from right to left. We thank you for joining us in this celebration today, and we wish you health, happiness, and success. To all of the fathers present today, we hope you enjoy a spectacular Father's Day tomorrow. We invite you now to witness the recession in this arena. Please remain standing until all the graduates have left the hall. Have a safe and enjoyable summer.